On this video, I'm going to be doing a brief New Testament grammar summary. And if anyone is following me, I would encourage you to find this summary in my work, Christological Greek Grammar, Sevenfold Work of Christ and His Finished Redemption in the Covenant, from Dr. Gary Stadz, under basically it's in Google Books. You would be able to find it, I believe. And we're looking at the introduction to that, where we do this brief Greek summary. So I'm going to begin with the alphabet. Alpha, it's transliterated like an A. Beta, it's a B transliteration. Gamma, it's like our G. Delta, like a D in transliteration. Epsilon, like an E. Zeta, then we have Zeta Eta, I should say. It's like a long E. Theta, Iota, Kappa, Lambda, like an L, transliterated, I should say. Mu, Nu, Xi, Omicron, Pi, Rho, Sigma, Tau, Upsilon, Phi, Chi, Psi, Omega. And I've given transliteration beside it when I went through that grammar. I think one of the best ways to learn grammar is to start with the article. And this is on page 7 of that particular work that I have, it's been uploaded on YouTube. The article, the masculine article, is ha, tu, to, ton. That's the singular. The plural is hoi, ton, tois, tus. And if you learn the article, you'll be able to figure out, when you're reading New Testament Greek, the endings of nouns, because the article gives you that information. So like tu lagu, of the word. U is the ending. So learn the article. The feminine is he, tes, te, tain. High, tone, tais, tas. Here you have your eta sigma, your eta with the iota subscript, your eta with the nu, and so forth. Then we have the neuter, ta, tu, to, ta, and then the plural, ta, with the tau and the alpha, ta, tone, tais, ta. So the neuter, ta, tu, to, ta, tai, tone, tois, ta. So by learning the article, the noun and adjective declensions then can be easily recognized. Let me now talk about case, number, and gender. In Greek, we have what is called the nominative case. This looks at the subject of a sentence. The example would be, the word was preached. The word is the nominative or the subject of that sentence. The genitive is the word of God. Genitive is the case of possession. It would be to or for, or maybe the case of an indirect object. He spoke the word to the man. Then we have the dative, which is he spoke the word to the man. Let me put it this way. The dative is the case of the indirect object. The genitive is the case of possession. So I skipped to the dative there, but let me go through it again. The subject is the word was preached. The genitive is the case of possession. In the nominative, it's the subject of the sentence. The genitive is the case of possession. The word, we could say, of God is genitive. And then we have the dative, which is then the case of the indirect object. He spoke the word to the man or for the man. And then we have the direct object. He gave the gift to the man. It's the direct object of the verb gave. He gave the gift to the man. So looking at case then, and in Greek we have the case, nominative, genitive, dative, accusative. Let's now look at number. You have singular or plural. A noun is either an adjective singular or plural. And then gender looks at masculine, feminine, and neuter. So you have those three genders in Greek. Let me now go to an illustration of the noun in the masculine. And in Greek, they call this the second declension, where the first declension is feminine. So this is masculine. And I'll do the article and the noun. Ha lagos, to lagu of the word, to lago, to or for the word, ton lagon, he spoke the word, hoi lagoi, the words were good, ton lagon of the words, genitive plural, tois lagois, to or for the words, tois lagois, and tous lagus would simply mean he spoke the words. So lagos, lagu, lago, lagon, lagoi, lagon, lagois, lagus. And notice the article helps us to identify the ending, ha, and then to, genitive, and we have u, to, and lagu. That u is genitive singular, to, o is dative singular, and so forth. Then we come to the feminine noun and article, and I used arche, meaning beginning, he, tes, te, tain, high, tone, tais, tas. So it would be he arche, the beginning, tes arches, of the beginning, te arche, to or for the beginning, and tain arcane, the beginning. And then we have the plural, chi archai, the beginnings, ton archon would be of the beginnings, and tois archois, to or for the beginnings, and tas archas, the beginning. Again, arche, arches, arche, arcane, archai, archon, archais, archas. And you're able to think through the endings as to whether you're looking at a nominative, a genitive, a dative, etc. The then neuter is an object, a thing of object. Ta he'aran. He'aran means temple. I remember when I first learned Greek, the professor said, think of a hit and run. I don't know about that, but ta he'aran, and he'aru, he'aro, and he'aran. So it's ta he'aran, tu he'aru, to he'aro, ta he'aran. And then the plural is tau alpha, ta, where the singular is tau omega. So it's ta he'ara, ta, then it's ton he'aron, and then we have he'arois, and he'ara again. Notice the nominative and genitive are the same. That would be the temples, of the temple, to or for the temple, and then the temple. Then we have what are called third declension nouns. Notice in the neuter, nominative and accusative forms have the same endings. So now we go to the third declension noun, Caritas, caritas, where it's very different. Uh, the change in the genitive, it's not karu, but caritas. So caritas, grace, caritas of grace, cariti, two or for grace, carita, the accusative meaning grace. He received grace. And then caritas is graces, cariton is of graces, carici is two or four graces, and caritas would be graces. So when we look at the declension of the third declension noun, caritas, caritas, cariti, carita, caritas, cariton, caricine, caritas. And then looking at the accent, and I'm going to stop here. You have your accusative accent, which is a line like that, and can occur anywhere on the last three syllables. You have your circumflex accent, which occurs only on the last two syllables. You have your grav, G-R-A-V, which is this way. Your circumflex is like that, like a half circle. And then your grav is going this way, where your acute goes this way. Then you have your ultima, which means the last syllable. The penult is the next to the last syllable, and the antepenult is the syllable before the penult. So when the final syllable has a short vowel, the accent can go back to the antepenult. If the final syllable, though, has a long accent, it goes only one space back, and that is to the penult. So this is just part one. I'm going to stop and try to make these short, as short as I can.